I need my coffee. Good morning. Hello, Margaret. Hello, Leon. Rest in peace came to mind just then, right before. I was like, I gotta get my coffee for this. Coffee for rest. Coffee for rest. Oh, the contrast serves purpose, I assure you. Rest in peace came to mind. And I believe that's because we're like right in that Scorpio season, and I've been talking about transitioning and rebirth for probably about a week now. And Mr. Leon said my peace was priority, and I said, man, see, external peace is subjective. Like, that is a subjective reality. Like, I'm at peace. Just because my external shit is not at peace doesn't mean I'm not at peace. Like, I'm not against myself. I totally honor and love myself. So therefore, appearances can be deceiving because my internal peace is not dependent on external peace. Like, that would be a fantasy. External peace is fantasy. It's complete fantasy. You be at peace with yourself and you'll be at peace going through anything, right? Like, I mean, yeah. And rest in peace. What does that mean exactly? Well, a lot of spirits. Yeah. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I know I can't see you, but I feel you. And a lot of spirits, they don't be resting in peace. You know why? Because they weren't at peace with themselves when they parted from the flesh. Why weren't they at peace with themselves? Well, they were putting that peace in external subjective matters. It was completely subjective. Whoa, yeah, let me just bank on subjective information. Said no wizard ever. We like the bring the whole, all material, wholeness. Like, I have a whole pinnacle, I have a whole wand, I have a whole sword, I have a whole ocean. Okay, like, I don't want a half a sword, I don't want a half a staff, I don't want a half a pinnacle. What am I going to do with that? Lie to people? Create illusions that literally disappoint me all the time, that are subjective? No thanks. Hashtag I'm out. All right. Now we're going into the innocent heart. I want to find out what's up with this. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. My peace is not subjective. It is objective, and that's because my peace is with myself. And I don't let my peace with myself be dependent on anything external. You listen to the crows, you hear that? They ain't playing. They ain't playing either. All right. Rest in peace, Divine Masculine. Tell me about this rest in peace. Ooh. A true hero. Look at this. Divine Masculine. There's the granddad, right? That's the granddad. Here's your hen house. The hens and the collection of the eggs. You see the different color eggs in here? I feel like those are related to the chakra, directly related to chakras. These are eggs that, well, they have a little more color, you know? They bring a little source to life, kind of thing. This rooster is such a lovely gentleman. And this is the house that Audley says he'll build for me. See, Audley's down here thinking. He's like thinking. And he's like, I'm going to build this house for you. And this is my dream hen house. She's like not even there. If you look, it's like a shadow. Like a shadow. And it's like, all the things that he wasn't listening to, all of a sudden he hears. And then he's like inspired, right? And that's where those colorful eggs come from, is this inspiration. So divine masculine, I feel, is inspired with this rest and peace, maybe finding their own set of keys, you know. These are keys that unlock different emotions, right? Like keys to lead you back to your most true self. The church within, which is your peace within, the peace within. Oh yeah, I can dig that. All right, divine feminine, rest in peace, please. Damn, why are you throwing my stuff? The bluebird of happiness. We have a 10 and we have a 9. So, divine feminine, you have the bluebird of happiness. This is a twin soul. It's like childhood memories almost. In the story that we read last night, they went looking for the bluebird of happiness and realized it was in their home the whole time. In this dream, in this home that was being built the whole time, it was already being built like the whole time. Shut the front door. It's the nest, the home, where all the eggs lay, right? Where all this peace is. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Holy shit, the bluebird of happiness, a true hero. Ha! All right, I can dig it. I'm walking with it. We're walking with it. There's the crow again. Cheers, mate. I don't see ya, but I hear ya, smell ya, and feel ya. Remember the love that surrounds you and the beautiful things you share your life with. Your peace is your life. Your life is either inspired through your peace with yourself or at your war with yourself, right? Like this is where, and I talked about emotions enslaving you to things through attachments. This is where, when you're not attached to things, you can see the beauty of them. But if you're so close, you're too close to see the beauty, right? Like it's like you're trying to, so close you're trying to be that thing, or you're trying to make that thing you, right? Like it's not that. Like this is an expansion. And this is how you stop trying to make your peace with yourself subjective to external matter, right? Yeah. This is a bluebird of happiness. Sometimes the best treasures in the world are found deep within our own hearts. These are those places that we subjected, right? Or these are the places we subjected to subjective matter, right? Like through attachments. These things are going to work themselves out because of that old rusty key. God always has a key that unlocks the doors to memories, be them happy, sad, or whatever they are. These things happen for reasons we'll never make sense of or understand, and trying to make sense of things that will never make sense instead of comprehending through the sensational experience will have us attached to things that we do not need to be attached to. So divine masculine, I feel like you're stepping into this where you're seeing things work themselves out through this experience, right? It's not really something that's a visual, like it's not subjective to visual proof. This is objective to internal experience, which is the vision. And I feel like that's why she's in this shadow aspect, because it's like an apparition, like a memory kind of thing. It's like a memory, which unlocks the memories to your past. That's why the key was there. Okay, and the key is to not subject yourself to external matter in this situation. When someone yells at you for no reason, there's often a reason hidden deep within their own heart that you are not privy to. This is withholding of information, right? It's when you're withholding information, that means you're not open to receiving information, because every bit of information you are withholding, subjecting it to external matter, is every bit of information you are withstanding from yourself. You are taking away from yourself, because what you give, you are open to receiving. This is that flow, right? Flow state. And this is where God's taking you back to with that key. You don't take these things personally because it has nothing to do with you. If you take it personally, you're going to be rewarding things and paying things off and literally paying for insecurities. Is that really what you want to invest in? Do you really want to subject your security, right? Your security with yourself to external matter, insecurities? No, Missy, we're going to hashtag know that department. Fuck that department. We're going to blow that department up. Hashtag winning. Thank you. Now, that was quite intense, right? These are emotions that are unlocked. I'm telling you, because the bluebird of happiness is that's what's removing the subjective matter. And then you have the true hero, right? It takes a great deal of courage to stand up to, and it takes a great deal of courage to acknowledge when we could have done something better, right? It takes really a lot of courage to stand up to other people, but what about standing up to yourself, where you know, where you've subjected yourself? Where are you going to stand up for yourself? This is a true hero. Someone who corrects themselves through their own sensational experience, right? Like internal authority initiated. It takes bravery, courage, leadership to acknowledge when we are wrong, that we have failed and we need to start over and try again, right? Like this is that. I feel like this is the house, right? Like I was putting it off in the future when the whole time it was being built right now. I was looking for it outside of it, and the whole time it was inside, right? To stand in our own power and take responsibility for our actions and reactions is one of the noblest things. It is the noblest thing that we can do. It is the best example we set for our family and friends. A living example of change. You've changed. You're not the person I used to bank on the insecurities with. You're supposed to change. And no, you know, the insecurity bank went broke. It's bankrupt. I told you, we blew that bitch up. We start doing what we are good at every single day, and this turns into, it's like the thing that we were good at as kids. You start practicing it every day, and with just a little bit of trust and a little bit of belief in yourself, you become what you were always meant to be, right? And it is brave, because it takes a whole lot of courage to stand up against the, I could be this, I should be this, I would be this, I have been this, right? Like, it takes a lot to stand up to those subjective realities. And you'll start living your true life's purpose by doing so. So I feel like rest and peace comes from letting the things rest in peace that are subjective reality, which is anything that you place your peace with yourself in external hands. Like your peace with yourself does not come from anything external. It comes from honoring yourself, feeling when you've made a mistake, and doing what you need to correct it, instead of trying to bury it and hide it in shame. There would be no public shaming if people didn't live in the fucking shadows. It would be public education, public honoring, you know? Like, I'm not shameful because you're ashamed of what I've done. I'm not shameful because you don't like something I'm sharing with you, because I was subjected to an external experience that, well, didn't bring me to war with myself. Instead, well, freed me from the war I was trained to have with myself, right? Like, this is a freedom that's being offered through this being at peace inside in your home the whole time. The happiness was there the whole time. Shit. Yes. Don't play with me. there's healing that's taking place in this transition of life, death, and rebirth, resting in peace. Tell me about the true hero standing up to themselves, acknowledging the things that they could do better, please. Acknowledging, taking lead in the role of their life, right? Instead of subjecting it to external things. The rising sun, divine masculine. A dark phase and struggle is now over. A new phase is upon you. It's one of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It is one through boldness and persistence. You have been through so much, and now victory is upon you, beloved. For divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born. This is that new idea, that inspiration, right? That inspiration, an inspiration within you is born. Yeah, it is. You fucking ain't right, it is. More for the divine masculine, please. Rest in peace, divine masculine. Abundance of Sothis, the divine feminine. Ha! Ha! The chariot of ascension. Abundance is increasing in many forms, and it is in flow to you now. Continue your good work of building channels through which abundance can be delivered to you. Remember that receptive, that ability to give is that ability to receive. Here it is. Freely share yourself. Freely share your talents, right? Your love, your wisdom of self, and enjoy the abundance responsively flowing to you in many forms over and over and over again. This is the abundance that's external. When you're not attached to it, when you're not so close, you can actually witness the beauty that's around you, the truth, the wisdom, right? The wisdom. Oh yeah, the wisdom that's here. That's abundance. Breathe, breathe. I said breathe. Oh, wait a minute. You're a ghost. You don't do that. Try it. Okay. Bluebird of happiness, please. Rest in peace for the divine feminine. The knot of Isis. Part of your spiritual destiny involves a very special relationship with this goddess. This means that Sothis is Isis. It is the star, right, in the sky. It is the brightest star. It's like Sirius, Sothis, Sirius. Yes, it is the Aquarian star of destiny. It's in the Palladians, actually. Thank you. Thank you. This means not only do you have an important spiritual task of helping her thrive in this world, but you are afforded her power, protection, and abundance. The abundance of Sothis, you are afforded this. This home, this happiness, this peace within, the weaving of destiny. You are now deepening the connection to this goddess. That's when you go into that resting state of receptivity, right? Push, 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 do, blah, 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 blah. That's in resistance. That's subjecting yourself to external matter, and that's ended with this. One more for the divine feminine, please. Resting in peace. The wings of Isis. There are so many things in here, and I just pulled 2 Isises. Yeah, I think those are the only 2 in here. Interesting. You have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic worlds. Part of your soul purpose is to birth angelic consciousness and values such as fearlessness, compassion, and service into the human culture. This oracle also brings an angelic assistance, intervention, and confirmation. The bluebird of happiness, the intervention. Oh, woo! Ric Flair. I just got Ric Flaired. I just got Ric Flaired. Anybody else feel that in their guts? Because I felt that in my guts. Like that, you know, that zero gravity sensation when you go over a hill really fast and then you like let off the gas at the top and it's like, whoo, like your gut drops. That's that sensation that I got. All right, wild ones. I'm pulling animal on this. We're getting animal energy because when you die that domesticated, desensitized, external, subjective shit, you're rewilded, right? You're rewilded. And then this is where you realize what you're good at in childhood, and you bring it to passion, and you start living this every single day, right? Purposeful action moving forward. You unlock the memories. You unlock the memories. Something that you were looking for outside is discovered to be here the whole time. Okay. The true hero, please. The divine masculine, rising sun, the dark phase and struggle that's over, right? Oh, nah, the weaver of prosperity. This is that abundance of sothis that's happening for this healing, where you're unlocking those places that were subjectified to external things, right? You're releasing external power and stepping into a lead role in your life. This is the spider, the creator of abundance and prosperity. That's the true hero here. This is where you're able to admit where you could have done something better. So you create a new web, you create a new foundation, you create a new base, you start over, right? It's okay to start over. Absolutely. You're inspired. Here it is, the firefly. You are inspired. I told you, rising sun of Sothis, you are inspired. The rising sun of divine feminine, right? The rising sun of Isis. That's Hero. That's the enlightened masculine. That's the divine ruler. Hawk-headed solar deity energy. Holy shit. That's earth and air. You better fucking believe it. Something inside the divine masculine that has been inspired is being physically manifested, and it is abundance. And I feel like this is wisdom, internal wisdom, right? Your own light has been lit. Divine feminine, please. Bluebird of happiness. The dragon. The beauty that's everywhere. Whoo! The yogis say if you cannot see the beauty that is all around you, your own agni, your own inspiration, your own fire is dim, right? You don't stand up to yourself, right? And divine feminine is definitely standing up to themselves. This is a special relationship with the angelic worlds. That's that gut. You remember what I said? You go over to a hill and it's like, woo! That's that solar plexus. That dragon is your solar plexus. That is your emotional intelligence. And that is also the house of your intuition. And oftentimes your intuition is blocked by all that subjective matter. And when you come to that true hero state with yourself, where you're inspired to face the subjective matter, you open your intuition and you flow through the guidance that is provided, which is that spiritual relationship of angelic worlds. And I believe I talked about the Palladians. Cleaning up the messes is highly undervalued, highly underestimated. Cleans up the fear, the mess, the disease, right? That nobody wants to face. It keeps the ecosystem balanced. The ecosystem. I feel like this might be a cosmic law taking place, like the ecosystem. Right? And disease is dis-ease. Well, that might be subjective matter that's in here that doesn't belong, right? That's being cleaned up. Tell me more about the divine feminine here. This is deeply connected to this goddess energy. The masculine. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. The solar force, the epitope of solar forces here, divine masculine. The sun doesn't shine onto this cheetah. It shines from within the cheetah. The speed, the drive, the inspiration is not dependent on the external circumstances. It comes from inside the cheetah. This is the divine feminine with that fire right now in her solar plexus. This is not a drill. The intuitive power that's coming forth like prophecy, you know, like transporting the listener to realms of poetry. That is a major arcana, 1 of 7 in this deck, the dragon. We are going to go to it, and I told you it is your solar plexus. And here we go. You're seeing your true self. Woo! Balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. We're going to breathe. It's been there since before our first breath and will be there after our last. Absolutely. It watches us navigate this external world. You're either at peace with this dragon or you're not, right? I'm at peace with the dragon. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Peace is not subjective to external matter. Like, I've told you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it watches us navigate this external world as well as the internal world. And when the dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous. We are visionary. These are these true heroes in the bluebird of happiness, the wings. You're damn right. The wings of Isis descend here. We're visionary. We drop into witness, our own consciousness. It's as if we're traveling with our best friend inside of ourselves. And when we look in the mirror deep within our own eyes, we even get a glimpse of the self behind the self, and that is the one that is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative fire. Breathing transformative fire into every cell of your body. I said breathe. But I'm dead. No, try it. This fire doesn't require oxygen to breathe. This is a fire's breath. This is not oxygen breath, okay? Witnessing this omniscient energy, even for a brief moment, will help us surrender and let go. Surrender and let go of this subjective matter. Yeah, we will transverse the most difficult terrains. The dragon's eye sees beauty everywhere and in everything. It is said that if the yogi does not see beauty in the world, their agni is dim. This is your inner fire, your sacred intelligence. May this dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. This is your city of hidden gems. And behind its gates burns the fire of our transformation. This is our ability to clearly see both inner and outer dimensions. So, taking action in that precipice, moving forward with the dragon's vision, that's spiritual leadership. That's a soul's vision. That is the transformative power over the ego, where it takes the ego, because once created cannot be destroyed, but it can be transformed. Courage does a lot for the ego, right? The insecurity does nothing for it. It literally enslaves us. The ego was not built to be enslaved. The ego has purpose to serve, and that purpose is to protect, to honor, to secure, right? The unknowables. Not run from it, not hide it, not deny it, not be scared of it, but to go into it. And the only way to do that is through releasing subjective matter. You've got to be at peace with yourself to go through this. There's no other way. Your peace is not going to be found in someone or something outside of you. It's not going to be found in money. It's not going to be found in cars. It's not going to be found in makeup. It's not going to be found in anything outside of you. A person, a relationship. No, I'm not building any relationships with anybody that thinks peace is outside of themselves. Hashtag no. We build inside. We don't build like that. Like, no. Hashtag no. No. This is the divine masculine energy that's protecting this feminine spiritual leader. Okay? This is the host of God within, right? Like, remember what I said, like the king that's being born through it, like Horus, Isis. Those are symbolic languages, and yet when applied to direct experience, that's when symbology is aligned with, well, higher wisdom, like being applied. You know, like this is your application skills. Get inspired, folks, because you're about to take some serious action, very serious action. Archangel Michael. What is this? The fetch. Completely unpredictable. Completely unpredictable. Can't even divinate that. Well, this is where you're at peace with yourself. You can go through the unpredictable. You can go through mistakes and actually have the vision to see, hey, this didn't feel good. This isn't right. I didn't know, but now I do, and now I can correct it instead of denying, right? This is really big. We're waking up from like a deep, deep slumber here, because resting in peace will wake you up. When you come to that resting, like when you get that rest, you arise. You know, like rest in peace. Rest in peace. Well, that's an awakening in itself, isn't it? Doesn't sound like it on the surface, but underneath, absolutely. You wake up inspired, ready to face the new dawn. That's that dark phase that's now over, right? And victory is upon you, solar child. The Knight of Michael, holy shit, the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarian energy, principled, rational, ambitious, and respected. Oh, is this law? That's that law. Yeah. This is where your wisdom and your objectivity are important. Excuse you, did she say that? She said that, like a lot. This is where your internal wisdom, right? Your inspiration, your direct experience, right? Your unlocked emotions, right? Your unlocked self, right? Wisdom and objectivity are important. This is not going to be subjective to external things, right? You need to stay within your integrity. A situation that calls for honest and open communication. Excuse me, is that giving and receiving state? Shut the front door. I need to correct this, right? This is the bravery to realize I could have done something better. Yeah, buddy, this is where objective reasoning comes into play. That's the King of Michael right there. Archangel Michael, delivering. I called you and you showed up. I called you and you showed up. That's the connection to the angelic realms. The Sophist. No. Look, the 10 of Gabriel is the 10 of Wands. The abundance of Sophist. This is where you gain the wisdom from all those burdens, like the wounded warrior. So you're not a victim of your experience and you're subjecting your power to something externally, right? This is where you're grateful for even your hardships, because it's taught you how to be a better leader, right? Because you're not playing victim. Basically, you're not playing victim. I'm just going to tell you you're not playing victim, because you're no longer in the subjective matter with the King of Michael there. This is where you have asked the angels for helpful people to lighten your load. You work too many hours and you try too hard to please others. Well, I feel like the wings of Isis have descended here. You know, I told you that. Like, is anybody out there? Whew. What are you willing to invest? Your listening skills. Yep. There's the crow again. Yep. Thank you, Wallfather. That's that rooster in the background just chilling, observing, sending accolades. I don't get the, what is that, criticizing shit that goes on. Like, I just feel something and I correct it. And then I get accolades. I don't ever think worst case scenario. I don't even think best case scenario. I'm like, yeah, I did that. It's reality. And I think that's what you've asked for help with, is to no longer think best and worst case scenarios, but to be present with this new web. All right, Divine Feminine, the bluebird of happiness. It's inside. The bluebird of happiness is somebody's twin soul. And that's the dragon, being connected with its own soul, mirroring its own soul. Instead of mirroring the ego, it's mirroring the soul. The ego is mirroring the soul. The moon. The ego is mirroring the soul. The moon, the intuition, you don't say. The opportunity to improve your plans, listening to your intuition for accurate guidance, facing the fears and growing stronger. Literally facing it and growing stronger. There it is. She said it, folks. She said it. There she is. One more for the Divine Feminine, please. The epiphany, the spiritual epiphany, the spiritual leader. You don't say. No way. 2 purples. That's crown chakra. This is a crown queen. This is a crown queen of divinity. This is a goddess energy. You don't mess with this energy like playing head games with it. That's for sure. This is spiritual growth, the light that is to others, answering answers that come through meditation, sharing the awareness of meditation, right? There is no public shaming. What are you going to do? How you shame me is literally how you shame yourself. I don't shame myself like that. I don't talk to myself like that. I don't subject my internal experience and authority to external fucking matters. That's clouding your vision and destroying your fucking soul's purpose here. Why would I co-sign on that? Well, I wouldn't. I'm the bluebird of happiness. My happiness is inside, not outside. That's a false peace. I came here to destroy false peace, not fucking co-sign with it. The ten of cups. True happiness, right? True bliss with the 9 of pentacles. Yeah, this is something that you would definitely put all of your investment into, right? Like you are moving, you've gone through the 7, which is where you're putting all the groundwork in, you're nurturing it through its growth process. And then you're to the 8, where you can see the details of the beauty that's in what is coming out of this. This is like the wisdom that's being shared, right? And the 10 of Pentacles is where you harvest, where you apply those skills that were shared, the wisdom that's shared, right? This is what's going on with the feminine energy in this dragon. I don't even know how to put that. You're going to stand up for what you believe in. You're going to have confidence, and you're going to claim your personal power. That's what's happening. What? Yep. Whew. Rumi, rest in peace, please. Divine Feminine is definitely resting in peace with her epiphany. She's at peace with the spiritual truth here. She's at peace with her intuition. She's at peace with the truth. She's at peace with direct experience inside. She's at peace. That's what that moon in the epiphany is with the dragon and the divine masculine solar flare of the fucking cheetah. Takes a pause to face something and then takes action immediately. And there's no stopping the cheetah once it starts going. There is no, it's unstoppable. It is unstoppable, auspicious, and wise. Unstoppable, auspicious, and wise. Rumi, rest in peace, please. The 1. I have abolished duality from myself, Archangel Michael. I have seen 2 worlds as one. The seen and the unseen, the internal and the external. I've seen them as one. The one I seek, the one I know, the one I see, and the one I call. You look for me, and what do you see? You? Am I playing games with you? Holding up the mirror for you to behold God. Yes, these are games of love and truth. You look for me and you find yourself. I said this is that twin soul, right? You look for me and you find yourself. Oh my God. For I am you and you are me, and together we are one, playing hide and seek in love's great playground. Like molten gold, poured from the furnace of divine love into a one-of-a-kind mold. You are created uniquely of divine essence. You are both the lover and the beloved. There is no aspect of you that is separate from your spiritual journey. There is no aspect of you that is not of divine origin. So then why the frowning, the fear, the questioning? Let me share a sublime secret with you. Let me whisper into your heart. There is nothing to fear. All is unfolding according to divine genius. There is a sweet shift that is in store for you, and no matter how dire circumstances may appear to be or despairing you may feel, there is an avenue through which fulfillment and resolution will be granted. This will happen, and that is because the divine seeks wholeness of the one. That means anything and every part of existence, and that includes you and all aspects of your being in life, as being claimed by the divine. Your return to the divine is demanded. Every part of you, every life circumstance. The divine keeps rigorous, flawless accounts. Therefore, nothing shall be left unaccounted for, not even that which seems to be outside divine attention and grace at this time. You must remember that you are a living heart, a dweller at the center between heaven and earth, star and soil, light and dark. And if you cannot summon the joy to rise up and meet the beloved, the divine beloved, fear not. The cunning lover lies deep within you in the depths, right down there in those memories that were subjected to external things. This divine lover lives deep within your depths, waiting to gather you into a sacred embrace as you descend into darkness. Either through flying or falling, you shall be caught up and tangled in divine embrace. Ah, that hawk-like gaze of the divine beloved. Fear not, you shall cast aside your worries and concerns. Know that you are thoroughly itemized on a divine ledger, and not one moment of your struggle or your suffering shall miss the hawk-like gaze of the ever-attentive heavenly beloved. Hawk-headed solar deity, huh? Protecting the divine feminine essence over here for sure. I told you that, though. The twin soul energy. There is a friction or a conflict within you or your life right now, a sense of perhaps being pulled in more than one direction. Confusion that was created because of this. You're questioning which path to take, this way or that way. What if you choose the path and it turns out the other would have been better? How can you know now what that choice is, if any, is most needed in your life? There's so many questions. The mind starts scurrying. There is no other word for it. Backwards and forwards it goes, to and fro, trying to settle upon a truth. There's two things I will not do with you. It's going back and forth or round and round. We're not doing it. I love you too much for this to continue unchecked. You're going to surrender it. You're going to give it up. And the truth you seek is this: you shall be. You shall manifest your destiny just as an acorn grows into an oak tree. You cannot be anything other than what you are. And as you accept this, life responds in kind. It breathes and relaxes around you, so what you need can flow more easily to you. It finds you, drawn to the need within you that is natural and inviting. It's not a cause for anxiety or distress. The need leads to sanctity. What is desired and what fulfills that desire is one. They are lovers, and they come to each other naturally. Even through darkness and confusion, they're drawn to each other, following the natural course of the universe to become one. Universal law. Do not hold back from that which feels incomplete out of anxiety or distress. It is just the lover that will soon be joined by the beloved. You are recognizing the moment before it occurs. And fret not. Instead, let the inner lover loose. Allow her to shake out her hair, put on her most sensuous perfume, laugh as she dances barefoot in fields of lush grass and fragrant flowers. Let her tempt the beloved to come close, because she can be seen, she can be heard. This is the hermit on that path that's being drawn to this moon energy. She entices the yearning beloved to her, and soon enough they meet, and it becomes possible, yet again, for the two to become one. And there will be wild peace and ecstatic contentment within you. I know! That's a mouthy bird. If there is any part of you that is struggling to surrender the conflict between the old and the new, between what has been and what needs to be, between passion and duty, creativity and rationality, between the role or identity, then know this, even that conflict serves purpose. You don't choose one or the other and believe that that is the answer. Sometimes the sacrifice is not one or the other, but the idea, the attachment that it has to be one or the other. At another level, a level of divine resolution that is beyond apparent polarity and conflict is a third way, a rising up to where there is only one perfection taking place constantly. Open your heart and you'll find the bridge to understanding and trusting in the perfection there, where it has always been and it will always be. It's in your home. It's in your heart. It's right here, where it will always be. Everything is happening exactly as it should. This oracle brings particular guidance. There is a resolution and a perfect coming together of elements. Didn't I talk about the magician in the very beginning of this reading? Yes, you did, Misty. You talked about that half coin, whole coin, half sword, whole sword, half stick, whole staff. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you did. We was all there for it. And you said the ocean. I was there. Yeah, there's a coming together of elements. Elements in your life that might have seemed in conflict or, well, dissipated, right? Something you have been trying to integrate is so very nearly ready to click into place. The coherence, the integration, the balance, and the coming together you seek is now on your horizon. Oh, coming forth by dawn, are we? The new dawn, is that the new dawn we talked about? Oh, yes! Feel it burn. Feel the heat of the rising sun. Yes. Woo! This is approaching you swiftly right now. Woo, like lightning bolts. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Embrace the inner God and stand there. Love you. Have a great day.